Parking brake set, gear down, flaps up, speed brake up. Battery on. I'm currently 0 for 2 with this plane. I've done 2 flights with it, or tried to do 2 flights with it, and it crashed both times. So I was reading on the forums that the weather radar, having that on, can cause it to crash. So I'm not going to be doing that. And we're going to see how that goes. Going to be connecting as United 252. Going to be going from San Francisco to Seattle. About an 1.5-hour flight. Got some other fellow 787s here with us. This looks like the QualityWings model. Christy, welcome back to the stream. Good to see you back. I did purchase it, yes. And I'm currently 0 for 2 with it. Leave the packs off until I turn the APU on. But yeah, I tried 2 flights with it yesterday, and both times it crashed. But I was reading on the forums that the weather radar, if you have it turned on, it can cause problems. So for this stream, I'm going to be flying the 900, or the -9 version, and because I was flying the -8 yesterday, -8 version, and it crashed both times. So I'm going with the 9, And I'm also going to leave the weather radar off and see if I can get through this time. We're going to see how it goes. Need to update my AirAC. Pretty much gonna be flying stupid heavy. Probably a bug that will have an update. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping, that they'll fix some of the problems that I was having. I was having a little bit of issue with the LNAV and VNAV as well. So I'm hoping it'll act right for this flight. Looks like she has a few bells and whistles. Yes, there's a lot of people were saying the systems weren't that in depth and stuff, but I really like, once we get into the flight, you know, I'll start moving the stuff around. But it's really cool how you can move these screens around, make this bigger, you know, stuff like that. Alright, so we're going to be pretty heavy. Going to be going from San Fran, departing off 28 left. We're going to be arriving in Seattle. Our flight today is going to be United 252. Two-way left. Yeah, so departing is going to be a straight right-hand turn. That looks about right. So that's in there. Reserves. 5. I was reading the manuals. They said the cost index they recommend, I think it was between 200 and 250 or something for this plane. So I'm going to do 250. Cruise of 380. We're pretty heavy. Takeoff weight's going to be around 403 and the max is 441. So I'll derate. Our performance. So the way you can just add the FMC airports into here. There it is. Flat 5, 28 left, thrust rating, optimum. Mission is dry. Calculate that. There's our speeds. On my way home from a 2-week work trip, was going to buy it tonight. Just know that it's not perfect, but it's still really good. The modeling and the sounds are really good. I really like that a lot. If you're a huge systems person, there's a few things missing here and there, or is not fully in depth. I don't regret that I bought this. I'm excited to see what updates they come out with, and fix the few things here or there. I just hope it doesn't crash. That's my big thing. So this is all calculated, and we'll send this to the FMC. Oh. So here's our numbers. Thrust. What do we say? Oh, I pick it. Or no, it doesn't let you put it. That's right. I don't know if I'm doing that wrong or not. So our V2 speed is 150. And I was also reading in the manuals, V2 plus 15 is about where you'll be on climb. So it's going to be 165. And then heading is going to be 284. I'll switch it. And you can see on here, our departure is going to be straight out and a right turn. And I'll hand fly that. I don't trust the plane to fly that on its own. And then pre-flight check is oxygen. Checked flight instruments, heading, altimeter. Going to go straight up to cruise since there's not any air traffic control on. Just 380. Checked.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain. We'd like to add our welcome aboard today's flight. We're just finishing up our last minute paperwork, and once we've done that, we'll push back. We're estimating an on-time departure. In the cabin today are some of our finest flight attendants who are there for your comfort, but most of all for your safety, so we ask that you give them undivided attention whenever requested. Once again, thanks for flying with us. Sit back and relax, and I'll update you on our progress once we're airborne.
So we're just waiting on the APU to start. And we are on the Trunken 2. APU is running, so we can get off external, turn the packs on. Fuel pumps. Get our beacon on, we're about to start. Everything looks good. Set our radios, 122.8. Transponder, we don't have a code. I'll just make one up. Passenger signs are on.
Alright, it'll be a left seat takeoff. Taxi route is per ATC instructions. Standard reject procedures. Will depart via the SID, climb to initial altitude. In the event of an emergency return, we'll coordinate with ATC. You'll fly the airplane, I'll run the checklist, and coordinate with the air traffic control company and the flight attendants. Any questions?
Trim is 3.75. There we go. Got our briefing. Taking off 28 left. And that taxi is going to be, looks like just Foxtrot. Alpha Foxtrot. Probably see it on here actually. I think there's a way you can turn the brightness down and make it easier to see. Kind of. before start checklist. That guy's telling him to speak in English. I wonder where they are. What is he talking about? Oh, I guess back there. Showing the 777 some love. Our flight director's on. Auto brake RTO. Alright, so we're ready for push and start.
Deck.
Go ahead from cockpit.
Cleared to start engines.
Roger. Clear to start engines.
Start both engines.
Okay, starting engines.
I don't know why it's pushing me this way. Hey, nose number, safety zone clear, walk around completed, bypass in, bin doors secure. This will be a 3-man wireless headset push standing by. So that's your the ground lingo. Yeah, shortened. It actually pushed me here. I'm gonna have to whip it around. Well, it is literally facing me toward the gate. I mean, toward the terminal. I bet there's a lot of like teamwork that needs to go on between like the pilots and the ground. Make sure nothing gets messed up or anything. Alright, so 2 good, engine starts, turn off the APU. Everything's good up here. APU cooldown. Before taxi, checklist. Anti-ice. Don't need it. Recall. Checked. Flight controls. Checked. Ground equipment clear. As per what he just told me. Alright, so it's facing us the wrong way, so we're gonna have to whip it around. Flaps 5. I guess I'm gonna just literally whip it around. Not sure why they faced me this way. Also need my taxi light. There goes one. Looks like he might be arriving. I'm gonna sit right here and see where he goes. Actually, there's 2 taxiways. I'll stay on Alpha. Hopefully he realizes to stay on Bravo. Someone said holding short, having problems. 1532 holding short. Which one is that? Oh, that's the one right here. Okay, well he's gonna stop. Have a quick stare down. Strobes as we cross the runway. Can definitely tell this plane is heavy. So we're on Foxtrot. Yeah, this is San Francisco. Just default scenery though. Did any of you guys in the stream see the video they released like probably a month ago of the incident at San Francisco where I think it was an Alaskan pilot almost landed on the taxiway? It's very close. And it was not 28 left right here, but 28 right on the other side. Alright, so letting everyone know we're taking off. Arrange charts. Auto brake RTO, flaps 5, trim set. Transponders set. Traffic. I'm gonna leave weather off because I don't want it to crash. Lights on. Check for traffic. Looks clear. Oh, I need to arm the auto throttles. Heading 284 is confirmed. And we're ready to go. About 40%. And Toga. Sorry, I don't have a route command yet, but the route is going to be San Francisco to Seattle.
80 knots.
Checked.
B1. Rotate.
Rotate.
2. Positive rate.
Gear up.
Traffic. Traffic.
Start making that turn.
Flaps 1.
With our flight underway, I'd like to once again welcome you aboard. I'd also like to offer a special welcome to our Quality Club flight.
Flaps up.
You will be earning valuable miles on your flight today. If you're not a member, please visit us at QWingSim.com. In just a few minutes, we will be beginning our complimentary meal and beverage service in both first class and coach. In coach, beer, wine, and margaritas can be purchased with a debit or credit card. We apologize as we do not accept cash. In-flight entertainment available on this aircraft includes audio and video
After
on demand
takeoff
as well
checklist.
as Wi-Fi, all included free of charge. A flight attendant will be coming
Autopilot
through the house
on.
with complimentary headsets.
Autopilot in command.
Now we invite you
After
to sit
takeoff
back, relax, and
checklist.
enjoy the flight.
Landing gear up, flaps up. And here's our chart. $10,000 feet. Our landing lights off. I'm gonna leave the runways turn offs on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the use of approved portable electronic devices is now permitted.
It's gonna overshoot this a little bit. Kind of took a long time to turn. I think this would be cool on VR. Oh yeah, definitely. And I think you can do VR on this, like it's already supported. There's another simulator called X-Plane that has VR, and it looks pretty cool. You can actually walk around the plane and do like pre-flight checks and stuff. It's pretty cool. Of course, I don't have VR, so I can't. Why the quick taxi? So I don't know why. So I've never like done it myself, so I can't say, but it looks pretty cool. Do they have hand controllers control the yoke? I don't think they have. I think you can mix it between. I think you can mix it between like an actual yoke and the controls you hold that where you like do the buttons and stuff. I think you can do both of them at the same time. Did you wrote about your 787's update in Smart Cars chat a few minutes ago? No. I'm not really sure what that is. the anti-ice is on. And that's set to auto too, so where's it at? Oh, right here. So it kind of does its own thing. 18,000, go to standard, and I'm gonna turn off all the lights we don't need. I am gonna get some more views real quick. Spot, I like this one. So I'm gonna do spot, front left, gear, and this. I really like this, I believe it's the VSD. And it kind of shows the projections of altitude. So like the yoke is kind of in the way, but the white shows you if you were to stay at this vertical speed, that's where you would end up. And then of course top of descent, and then it goes down. So far so good though, I haven't had much problem with it. So it's projecting we'll be there in exactly an hour. Getting a nice tailwind too. So that American plane is on the same departure as us. Hit a Ricky. This plane has a fly-by-wire system, so you can't just, like, it stops you at a certain roll. You can't roll a certain degree. Like, you couldn't do a barrel roll if you tried. The plane would physically stop you. Same thing with nose diving. Almost to top of cruise. Someone also on the same departure as us. That's smart. Is there a safe way for you to do unsafe things at all? Or is there a way for you to do unsafe things at all? Does it shut down? There's so many like backup systems and stuff for this plane that you really, it's kind of hard to do something wrong almost. I mean, I can't think exactly. Like I can't think of an exact example, but the fly-by-wire system that's pretty that's a way to shut down any funny business. As far as other stuff, I can't really think of anything. I mean, you could turn the battery off or something, but I'm sure the the power from the engines would keep it. Like, I think I was reading the manual last night, and it said there's like so many different batteries and stuff, and you actually don't use bleed air to start this plane, so you don't have to turn the packs off or anything. So there's like, the plane is powered by so many different batteries. So I was thinking like, if you turn the battery off, I wonder what would happen, but I'm pretty sure the power from the engines would keep it running. So we're at cruise. Turn this off. We could jump ahead. We are hauling ass though, Mach 0.85. Nice little tailwind. And they have ILS charts. This is going to be our approach. Gonna look and see where these other planes are that were departing on the same SID. One's going to Denver. One's going to Salt Lake City. One's going to DFW. That's a long flight, kind of. Another one's going to Denver. I'm gonna like zoom this out if I can. Oh, here it is. Zoom. Alright. Tevin, if you're in here, it's time to play some HQ. I just got the notification. Yeah, I just saw what you sent me. That I saw a video of that. That's pretty cool. That's the new 777. They were talking about how like it it knows when to fold up and down or something. I don't know if they control. I'm sure they do control it, like the pilots. But it was talking about how it makes sure that it's folded up when it's on the ground and at the terminal, so it doesn't like hit something. Because it was like the wingspan is pretty big, that it almost it exceeds like the maximum wingspan for taxiways to like hit other planes and stuff. So it was like with it folded in, it's fine, but it yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting. I saw another thing that was pretty interesting. It was the I think you pronounce it scimitar or scimitar or something, I don't know. The winglet where it splits. One's like it's up and also it's down at the same time. I think one of those for like a 737 cost, I think it was like $40,000 just for one little winglet. I was like, wow, that's crazy. HQ is starting. I need to play some DCS soon. I forgot how to like shoot and drop bombs in the A-10. I'm gonna have to get on that soon. But also, the F-18 is coming out soon, or it's like already out or something like that. So I'm not gonna get that just because I don't know if I have the time and patience to try to learn that system. But it'd be cool to go on there and see everyone else flying it. So I'm so fed up with HQ, dude. I'm fed up. Passing over some storms. Yeah, seems to be some storms off to the right here. But I don't have the weather radar on because people are suspicious that that is what's causing the crash, is like the crash to desktops. So I'm gonna hold off on using that until I know more information about it. So we'll be at top of descent at 0123, and it's currently 0113. So about 10 minutes. I was wanting to do a long haul like tomorrow, but I don't know if this plane is going to be stable enough to do that. I don't want to get 3 hours in, 2 or 3 hours in, and then it crash. I'm going to be heated. Alright, we got about 20 miles until top of descent, so we can go over our approach. So we're going to be on the Hawks 5 arrival. We have that entered in there. Pretty straightforward. All of the altitudes and everything are already in there. The restrictions and stuff, so it's a pretty long runway. And we'll only need about auto brakes 2 or so, probably idle reverse.
Ladies and gentlemen, please check that your seatbelt is securely fastened. To prepare for landing, it will be necessary to collect all service items, as well as any other items you wish to discard, such as newspapers.
Three 3003. Anti-ice should be off. Conditions should be dry. Wind? We just had that from communication. 208 at 6 knots. Oh wait, 208 or 280? 280, that's what I thought. 80. Oh my goodness. No, it's a question mark. 28. Oh my goodness. 280. Wait, what? 2 at, what did I say, 6? Yeah. At 6. Did it not accept? Oh, there it goes. Outside air temperature 21. Bruh. 21. Wait, that's for takeoff. Outside air temperature is 21. Can I not do any of this? Not too sure. Be rough working on that.
Descent checklist. Guess I can't do any of that. Altimeters, we'll put that at transition altitude. It's gonna be 3003. This plane is descending really well though. It's right on profile.
really can't. There it goes. Altimeters. $60 miles. Alright, I don't have updated scenery, so I'm putting in the FMC that we're landing 3-4 center, but once we actually go over the runway, it's probably going to say 3-4 left. Let's see how well it takes this turn. Cutting it kind of short, but I would rather it cut it a little bit short than overshooting the entire turn. So there is kind of a problem with the LNAV not wanting to follow on the line. I really like the when the light shines on the screens, you can kind of see like the, I don't know, fingerprints and stuff like that in it. Looks pretty real. So now we're at 12,000 until What does that say? Foot? Yeah. And there actually looks like there might be some traffic coming in. Flying around the Seattle area, but maybe not landing in Seattle.
Approach checklist.
Approach checklist, we've already done that. I did that at transition altitude. Alright, so now it's wanting to nosedive. Missed approach altitude is going to be 5,000. Surprised we're not on the localizer yet. There it goes.
Ladies and gentlemen, in preparation for landing, please return all seatbacks and tray tables to their upright and stowed position. Ensure all portable electronic devices are turned off, and stow all carry-on items. Additionally, footrests and video monitors must be returned to their original position. Thank you.
Go ahead and drop the gear early. Try to get some more drag. Get our lights on. Flaps 15.
Land 3.
Flight attendants, please be seated for arrival.
Landing checklist.
Alright, so I'm gonna go flaps full. Slight crosswind from in the left.
500. 400. 300. Approaching minimums. Minimums. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Still the reversers and manual braking.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be taxiing for the next few minutes, so please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign.
What is this?
At that
Hotel.
time, please remember to check around your seating area, in the seat pockets, and overhead bins for all personal belongings that you brought on board. Please take care when opening the overhead bins, as the contents may have shifted.
Let's see where
during
we're
flight.
at. Hotel. slow down real quick. Trying to figure out where to go here. Well, here's the heavy gate right here to the left. Well, how is it? Just bought it last night. This flight went really well. Went really, really well. I didn't have very much problems with it. Very many problems with it. The LNAV overshot a few times and took a few shortcuts. I'm not shutting the engines yet because we're gonna watch a replay. But yeah, the LNAV did a few weird things here and there. The VNAV, toward the end of that approach, it kind of nosedived a little bit. So the LNAV and the VNAV need a little bit of work. But this flight wasn't too bad. You know, I was able to actually complete it and stuff, so that's good. Got a lot of floating houses here. But yeah, I did 2 flights yesterday when I first bought it, and both the times they crashed the desktop, so I didn't get to complete the flights. So this is actually my first flight. Cold and dark, takeoff, cruise, landing, everything. So that's good. I really like this flight though. The texture work and the sounds are really nice. I really like that about this plane. But there's a few things here and there that needs to be tweaked, but it definitely has potential, and I really like it overall. It just, sometimes I'm a little afraid to fly it because of the crashing. I don't want to do a long haul and then it crash the desktop a few hours in or something. So, but other than that, I really like it. There's just a few things that they need to fix. But if you have active sky, I looked at the forums and they said not to use the weather. So and both of the times that mine crashed, look, there he is on the TCAS too. But yeah, don't use the weather radar because on the forums they were saying that that might have something to do with it. So yeah, I didn't use it this flight and it didn't crash, and both times that it did crash the desktop, I was using the weather radar, so it might actually have something to do with it. So I would advise to not use that until they know for sure. But for now, we're gonna get a replay. I just need to disconnect from Vatsim. We can get that replay real quick. I really like the shadow of the plane on the ground. That's pretty cool. Get my lights on so we can get the full what it actually looked like. Wasn't too bad, I don't think. Firm. Alright, so I've been streaming for about 2 hours, so I'm going to end it right here and leave you guys with the taxi-in. So, yeah, we had a decent amount of viewers this stream, so that's good. If you came and watched, thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, be sure to follow or subscribe, whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch or what have you. So, yeah, anyways, thanks for watching, and hope to see you in the next stream. And see you later.